Hello and welcome. My name is Clifford Pierre and I'm the world's leading authority on the Seder Square. The Seder Square is the name of God in Latin. It's made up of 25 letters. And it's also the Holy Grail and the seal of God. I'm going to show you three different types of Seder Squares right now. The first one is this one here, and it was found in Pompeii, Rome, and it dates back to 79 AD. This one was found in the world's oldest Christian home church, and it was found in Duriropo, Syria. And this one is the Seder Square Unlocked. This one was created by myself. I created this, and what I did was, I'm the only one that discovered and realized that the Seder Square is a wheel. And I was taught the Seder Square by the Holy Spirit in 111 straight days in 2012. I wrote a book about it that in 2013, explaining my experience with the Holy Spirit. And I've been able to come up with a bunch of images and signs and wonders about the Seder Square. But today, on this July 7th, I'd like to explain to everyone about why the Seder Square is the seal of God. And first, I want to show you a larger Seder Square, and I'm going to show you what it reads. If you read the Seder Square from top to bottom, it doesn't make any sense. No one has figured out what the Seder Square says except myself, because they read it from top to bottom, and no one unlocked it like I did. If you read it from top to bottom, it's Rhodus, Opera, Tenet, Arepo, Seder. In other words, they're saying wheels, work, hold, trust, soar. And that's why no one ever figured out what it means. And it looks like just plain graffiti, but it's not. What I decided to do was read it in the acronym of Artos. Artos means bread in Greek, because I realized Jesus Christ is our bread. So I read it in Greek. The Bible was first written in Greek, and I said, let me read it in that acronym. So Artos, now it reads as trust the wheels, hold the work of the sower. So that's why I made it into a wheel, and I was able to see that the wheels hold the work of the sower. Then I lowercase the letter N from a capital N to a lowercase, and by doing that, I was able to see a lowercase letter C, and I was able to see a lowercase letter U. So I got more letters. I saw that the letter E became a letter W and also a letter M. So I got more letters, I got more words. What I saw was this was the cup of Jesus. That's why I say this is the Holy Grail, because it holds the faith of Jesus. The biblical term for a cup is a man's faith. And I was able to see Jesus's cup by spelling the word murdered, M-U-R-D-E-R-E-D. So I see the word murdered, which in other words would be crucified. And then I see the word renewed. And so you're able to see renewed. So that's two faiths of Jesus. He had the power to lay down his life, to be killed. And then he had the power to raise his life, to resurrect himself. So I seen his cup. This is the Holy Grail. So I saw that inside of here. So there's more to show you inside of there. So now I'm going to show you why this is also the seal of God. Now, first off, the seal of a king, which God is, but his seal works greater than the regular king. The seal of a king has his name, his title, and his kingdom. But God's seal is going to be obviously greater. I wrote the answers on the wall, and I'm going to show you why. God's seal is not going to have just his name. It's going to have the names of the Trinity. So it has the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The name of the Father is, in Latin, Pater Noster. The Seder Square is in Latin. The Latins are the ones who crucified Jesus. That's the language that the Romans spoke. So it's in the Latin language. Pater Noster means our Father. That's the name of the Father. That's the name Jesus gave us to pray to. And then you see the name of the Son, Panem Nostrum. That means our bread. Jesus is our bread. And then you see the name of the Holy Spirit, Premonstrator, which means counselor. That's exactly who Jesus said the Holy Spirit is to us. So next we're going to see the titles. I took the Seder Square and I dissected it. Here's my Seder Square. the Say the Square unlocked, and you'll see it is a round circle wheel. I dissected each row. First, you see the letters on the outside. I noticed that those letters spell Artos Astro, Greek for bread of heaven. As I said, I unlocked the Say the Square using the word Artos. I used it again, and I saw that it gave me the word Artos Astro for bread of heaven. Next, I saw the inside row, which was the wheel within the wheel, and it gave me the word Redeemer, which means one who saves. In other words, the Christ. So I saw that that was in the next. Next, I saw the letter N. The letter N in Hebrew stands for the word Nun. Nun means heir to the throne of David, or in other words, the Messiah. So I saw that I had bread of heaven, Redeemer, and the Messiah. So that gave me the names, and then I had the titles. Next, I needed the kingdoms. So I went back to the same one here. I saw that I had the word astro. That gave me the Greek word for kingdom. Next, I put the N back in here, and I saw I had the word Erden. Erden is German for earth. So I saw I had heaven and earth. And so now I had his kingdom. So I had the seal of God. What does that tell me? I'm going to explain to you. What does all of this mean? It means three things, and I want you to pay close attention to it. I wrote these down as well. First one, Poder Semente. It's a Portuguese word, and it means Almighty. That's a major name of God in the Bible. This tells me that Jesus Christ went to heaven. He conquered death. He means he really did raise himself from the grave, and he did go up to heaven. He is the Almighty. That means death did not defeat him, and that's very important for us to know. Second, the word consecrated. That means that he was the Lamb. He was the one who was to go to heaven on our behalf. He was our high priest. The high priest had to consecrate himself before entering into the Holy of Holies. And that's what all of the letters of the Say the Square spells. It spells the word De Sanctum Sanctorum. That is Latin, and it means the most sacred. That means the Holy of Holies. So it shows me that Jesus entered into the Holy of Holies, which is heaven, on our behalf. He is our high priest. He is our mediator. And so that means he is up there making requests on our behalf to the Father. So this is major for us, and that's why we must understand that this is the good news, which this stands for, Besarat Hamashiach. All of the letters beside the letter N spell the word Besarat. Besarat is Hebrew for the word gospel. Gospel means good news. And the letter N, which also means Nun, as I said, Messiah. Messiah in Hebrew also is spelled Hamashiach. So the Say the Square shows it is the gospel of the Hamashiach. And that is the good news. This is the gospel we are to spread. I showed you different tongues and different languages, several in the Say the Square: Greek, Latin, Portuguese, German. We've seen so many in here, and there are more languages in here that I can begin to show you. I used more than 30 to break the Say the Square and unlock it and give words and designs and shapes and signs and wonders to show you what God has done for us. The Say the Square is the seal of God. It is the Holy Grail. It shows the faith of Jesus. And it is also the good news that must be spread to all men, to make disciples of them, students, so that they too can be ministers and spread this gospel across the earth. So I hope you have been enlightened. And I hope you share this message with someone. And I hope, above all, that you have a blessed day. Thank you.